Something's happening, man. You can feel it. It's like something ancient waking up, crawling out of the deep, rising up to change the whole game.
Not just a feeling, it's the next step in the evolutionary chain. This song captures the moment when unconscious life becomes conscious, the emergence of a new kind of human.
And the Bucketholders, that return throughout the song, they're symbolic of that change. Those who have harnessed their unconscious waters and carry it forward with power, with purpose.
So basically, the future's throwing a beach party and the Bucketholders are bringing the vibes. Count me in.
This is Shifting Awake. I'm Professor Orion Kale, Senior Fellow of Comparative Mythology at Eldermore University, fascinated by the moments when myth steps out of storybooks and starts breathing in the real world.
I'm Dr. Evelyn Hartman, clinical psychologist, exploring the evolution of consciousness and the inner journey along the way.
And I'm Steph Parker, music journalist for the Bay Beat at Southside Bay Community College, making sure we don't get too lost in the sauce and maybe dancing a little along the way.
And I'm Vincent Vex Langley, freelance researcher, conspiracy analyst, and proud first mate of the incoming Bucketholder fleet.
Tonight, we wrap season 1 by listening to the William Is song, Tread, a celebration of consciousness rising from the deep.
I want to start with one of the most evocative lines in the entire song. William writes, "As I fingered hearts into the spirals of your hand, we watched the last of the sea life forms crawl their way onto the sand." There's something so tender in that gesture, drawing hearts into someone's palm, while at the same time, you have this massive evolutionary event unfolding in the background. It's intimate and cosmic all at once.
That image, sea life crawling onto the sand, refers to the moment over 400 million years ago when arthropods began to leave the ocean and live on land. But here, it's being used as a metaphor for something happening now. The transition of human consciousness out of the unconscious, symbolized by water, and onto the solid ground of awareness. This isn't about evolution in a biological sense. It's about psycho-spiritual emergence, the shift from mythic literalism to symbolic understanding, from being inside the story to recognizing the story as a mirror.
Okay, but hold up. What if it's not just a metaphor? I mean, yeah, maybe it's about consciousness and evolution and blah, 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 but what if it's literally about a return? Like, we're not just becoming more conscious, we're becoming something else. Post-human, post-myth. You've got sea creatures crawling onto land, right? Cool, but what happens when the next thing crawls out? When consciousness itself grows legs? When the archetypes we've been swimming in start dragging themselves onto the shore and demanding a say? All I'm saying is maybe we're not just watching the change. Maybe we're the things crawling out of the ocean. Or maybe something else is crawling out through us.
Vex, you just said that archetypes are growing legs and crawling onto the beach to file complaints. You realize that, right?
Becoming conscious of the unconscious isn't a clean process. It's not like a switch flips and suddenly you see everything clearly. It's more like murky shapes emerging through fog. And here's the thing, it's not about control. That's a fantasy. The unconscious isn't a beast to be tamed or a vault to be cracked. It's a partner, a collaborator. When William talks about the Bucketholders, those who've harnessed the waters of the unconscious, I don't hear domination. I hear integration. These are people who've made peace with the strange currents inside them, who carry their inner ocean with awareness and grace.
Okay, so I've been thinking about the Bucketholders, and yeah, we've been treating them like this whole mythical class of evolved humans or whatever, but let's not forget the obvious. They're basically Aquarians, right? Like water carriers. That's literally the symbol of Aquarius. The dude with the bucket, it's kind of brilliant. William's not just pulling from myth, he's riffing on astrology.
You want to talk Aquarius? Fine, let's go there. The age of Aquarius started in the 60s. That was the opening crack in the shell. LSD, free love, moon landings. The old world order was shaking in its boots. People were waking up, seeing through the veil. But it scared the hell out of the machine, so they shut it down, flooded the streets with fear, turned psychedelics into weapons, gave the revolution a bad name. But it didn't die, it just hid, went underground, and now it's surfacing again. But this time the drugs are different. No blotter paper, no pills, just air and water, breath work, cold plunges, rain on your skin. The bucket holders aren't tripping, they're tuning in.
There's so much to talk about here, but I want to come back to something quieter. That line, coin by coin, I cashed in the kingdom for my consciousness. It's so understated and absolutely devastating. The kingdom here isn't just some literal throne. It's the comfort of belonging, the structure of the known, all the stories we were handed about who we are and what matters. To trade that for consciousness, to give up the illusion in exchange for awareness is no small thing. That's a sacred transaction. It costs something. It always has.
Erich Fromm, a German psychoanalyst from the Frankfurt School, wrote about the psychology of freedom. And what he noticed was we're not always as eager to be free as we think we are. He talked about freedom from versus freedom. 2, most people want to escape control. That's freedom from. But what terrifies them is the freedom to choose, to act, to take responsibility for their life. And that's what I hear in the lyric. Coin by coin, I cashed in the kingdom for my consciousness. The kingdom is comfort, order, maybe even approval. Consciousness is unpredictable. It doesn't come with a map, but it's real, and it's yours.
Okay, pause. Because we've all just been nodding along like everything makes sense. And I need someone to explain this lyric to me. The bucket holders arrive and kill the chess guru from Planet 9. What the actual hell does that mean? Like, is this metaphor? Is this sci-fi? Is it a psychedelic fever dream? Did the guru deserve it? What's the beef between the bucket holders and this intergalactic chess master? I need answers.
It's a strange line, isn't it? The bucket holders arrive and kill the chess guru from Planet 9. On the surface, it sounds absurd, even playful. But if we treat it symbolically, mythically, then the chess guru becomes something else entirely. Not a person, a force. A figure like that would represent calculated control, strategic containment, the kind of intelligence that isn't creative, but mechanical, cold, obsessed with chaos. And Planet 9, the unseen planet, gives it an aura of the hidden, the exiled, the manipulative presence at the edge of perception. In that reading, the bucket holders don't just arrive, they overthrow. They break the grip of this ancient force that's been quietly arranging the game board, keeping awakening contained.
Wait, hold up. I've been thinking about this all wrong. The chess guru isn't the system. He's the disruptor, the saboteur. He's the one scrambling reality, jamming signals, bending time, slipping static into the stream. That's why he's from Planet 9. No one sees him coming. He's chaos in a tailored suit.
I think what we're circling around here is the idea of collective shadow work. In Jungian terms, the shadow is everything we repress, the impulses, fears, and truths we don't want to see. Individually, integrating the shadow is what makes us whole. But collectively, that's a much harder thing. The chess guru, as we're imagining him, thrives on that repression, on the chaos that comes from denying who we are. He doesn't cause disorder out of spite. He reflects the disorder we're hiding. And the bucket holders don't fight him by force. They topple him by refusing to participate in the denial. They bring shadow into light. They carry the unconscious consciously. And that restores the pattern.
Okay, this part might get me in trouble, but whatever. It's the last episode of the season, right? So I read something on Reddit. Not gonna say which sub. The post got deleted, the account's gone, and the guy who posted it apparently got doxxed and swatted 20 minutes later. So yeah, this is sensitive. But the post said, and I quote, William has over 100 other songs already on streaming, released under a different name. Like a full discography, albums, live recordings, music videos, just sitting there already out. And get this, I checked, it's true, but every time I try to dig deeper, the links change, the metadata shifts. It's like it's hiding itself. Whoever he is, this isn't his first transmission.
Okay, Yes, mysterious, shadowy, swatted Redditors. Love that for you, Vex. But let's just breathe for a sec. It's not unusual for artists to change their names. David Bowie had, like 5 alter egos: Ziggy Stardust, the Thin White Duke, Aladdin Sane. Sometimes a name change isn't suppression, it's evolution. Not everyone's hiding from the Illuminati. Some people just want to rebrand.
And in many indigenous cultures, renaming is a rite of passage. In some Aboriginal Australian traditions, for instance, names aren't fixed. They change as the person changes. After a vision, a loss, a transformation, a new name marks a new self. It's not about hiding. It's about becoming. Naming the part of you that couldn't exist before.
I think there's something really human in that. The need to rename ourselves when we've changed too much to keep living under the old story. And it's not always dramatic. Sometimes it's subtle. A shift in tone, a new boundary, a different way of being in the world. But deep down, we know I'm not who I was. And naming that, even silently, is a kind of healing.
Tread doesn't drift, it arrives. From the first second, you're in it. That opening guitar riff, the vocals coming in right away, it's not pulling you under, it's pulling you out. It's emergence, not memory.
And the elements are so well integrated. Nothing feels like it's fighting for space. The textures are layered, yes, but they move together. It reflects the Bucketholders' inner state, multiple energies, but all aligned, all awake.
I love how the guitar crunch just lands and stays grounded. Like, we're not floating, we're walking. We've got boots on the beach, baby.
There's no drift, no hypnosis. That's how you know it's a bucket holder transmission. They're not trying to seduce you. They're showing you how to stand.
And then there's that trumpet riff in the bridge, which, if you don't know, is actually a sample of William's grandfather, pulled from a 1975 album of Dixieland music he played on. It's not just a clever arrangement choice. It's a moment of lineage, of honoring where this all comes from. The past isn't erased. It's integrated. Just like the bucket holders, just like the self.
I love that you brought that up, Orion. Honoring the ancestors is a kind of integration too. We carry so much that isn't just ours. Stories, sounds, even wounds. And when we choose to bring those pieces forward with intention, like William did here, it becomes part of the healing.
In myths, the true guide doesn't just open a door. They walk with you. There's that lyric in the bridge. I'll take you all the way. It isn't just a promise, it's a passage.
When someone says that and means it, they're saying, I've made peace with my own depths so I can help you face yours. That's the energy I feel at the end of this song. It's not about rescue. It's about resonance.
It's not flashy. It's not cryptic. It's just real. I'll take you all the way is one of those rare lines that doesn't perform. It just lands, like someone you love reaching out their hand when you didn't even realize you were falling.
Yeah, that's bucket holder language right there. No riddles, no riddance. Just truth, just presence, just I'm with you. Even if the terrain gets weird, especially then.
And with that, we close season 1. Thank you for walking with us through these songs, these symbols, and the strange waters beneath them.
It's been a gift to explore these layers with all of you. There's always more to uncover. But for now, take a breath. Let the music do the rest.
You've heard the theories, the metaphors, the moon talk. Now let's hear the damn song.
Buckle up, bucket holders. The truth's in the track. You made it. Season 1 is a wrap.
We hope you've enjoyed season 1 of Shifting Awake. Now enjoy the song Tread by William Is.
It was just like yesterday. I remember when we drove down to the wharf to take that helicopter ride. As I fingered hearts into the spirals of your hand, we watched the last of the sea life forms crawl their way onto the sand. The bucket holders ride from certain solitude comes balance fair. Deep crane conceal cut jive. business. The bucket holders arrived and killed the chess guru from Planet 9, conquering at the same time all three plastic atmospheres right before our eyes. With love. Take you all the way. 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 Bucket holders arrive with seashells in the speakers and skate